Hey there, all my sweet friends, pals, and confidants. So it's December, and it is time to get started. Really not going to be doing a lot of baking today. I am going to make some cookies. I'm working on the lighting. I'm the lighting program. No, not programmer. Lighting. I'm doing the lighting at church tonight. So I have to leave about 5-ish. And I wanted to take some cookies with me. And I found this recipe. I think I found it on Facebook. It's called Delicious Raspberry Almond Snow Cookies Recipe. I love almond and I love raspberry. Raspberry is my absolute favorite fruit. So I'm going to make these. And you're going to make them with me. Isn't that fun? So I've got everything already all measured out, and we will just go along, and I will try to hang on to this camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got my KitchenAid. I have no idea how I lived for 60 plus years without it. I just got it last year. It was my Christmas birthday present to myself last year. So we're going to do it. Now this calls, and I'm doubling the recipe. So I'm going to tell you what the initial recipe calls for. And just know that I'm doubling it. It calls for a half a cup of butter, unsalted, softened butter. And mine's been on the counter with a cover over it all night. So it's nice and softened. A 1/3 cup of powder, so I'm using powdered sugar, so I'm using 2/3. 1 cup of almond flour, not cheap stuff. And this is a 16-ounce bag, so that's 8 ounces is a cup, so that's 2 cups, exactly what I need. 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, so I've got a full cup. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so I'm using 1/2 teaspoon. A 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. I measured it with love. And a 1/4 cup of raspberry jam. And that's sitting over on the other counter because I'm not going to be mixing that. So my oven is preheating right now because I forgot to turn it on before I got my stuff ready. So I just turned it on. I have got a baking sheet with parchment paper already. So right now I'm going to cream the butter and the powdered sugar until it is light and fluffy, it says. So put this in here. And I got this butter the other day at Sam's. It was a really good price. I was going to go to Costco because my stepdaughter's husband, my step-son-in-law, does that make him? Was telling my husband how cheap things were at Costco. And I was in Daytona, and I have a Costco membership through my husband, but I also have my Sam's membership that I've had for several years. So I decided to go to Sam's because I know Sam's and it was close. So here's my powdered sugar. I'm dumping it in. Lower, lock. Okay, loaded and locked, and here we go. We're going to mix it until it is light and fluffy. So it's chilly outside in St. Augustine right now, and it's not going to get a whole lot warmer. I think the high today is going to be 67, which I'm sure for all of y'all up north, that's just balmy. But for me, that's pretty cool, pretty cold. I don't like it. So, okay, that already looks nice and creamy. What do you think? Can you see down in there? Can you see? Looking pretty, isn't it? Okay, we are going to add the cream of butter, mix in the almond extract. Got my almond extract here. It was measured with love. almond flour, the all-purpose flour, and the salt. I'm gonna go ahead and put the salt in there, get that out of the way. I've got my all-purpose flour. You wanna see what I'm doing? There we go. All-purpose flour, looking good, ladies and gents. And we got, let me go get some scissors. No, my hands just aren't what they used to be. I used to have really strong hands all my years of being a nurse. They're not what they used to be. Okay. Here goes the almond flour. It's looking yummy. Mixing good. I have to share with y'all something that I heard a while ago. If you've got an old KitchenAid, don't get rid of it. As long as it's working, keep it forever. Those old ones are made with steel parts. The new ones, mine's new, it's only a year old, are made with aluminum parts. Aluminum is not as strong as steel, so these aluminum parts will break. If you've got an old KitchenAid, it will last forever. If anybody's got an old KitchenAid they want to give me, I'll take it. So this is coming along really good. It's almost done. My word, this was fast. Okay, it's good and mixed. Turn that off. Got, can you see in there? My dough. I'm gonna, it's not really too much on the paddle. That's good. Get it off here. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to scrape this off the paddle here. Oh, it smells so good. I wish I had a smellophone so you could smell it. It smells really good. Okay. So take this off there. That came off a lot easier than it has in the past. Okay, we're gonna walk over here where I've got my parchment paper already. Okay, and now we just roll dough into 1-inch balls. So I'm gonna take my rings off. Let me wash my hands real quick. So are y'all ready for Christmas? Have you got started your shopping? Yesterday I went to Target to buy some light bulbs because one of the light bulbs on the side of our garage went out. So I went to Target to buy some light bulbs, and $80 later I came out. So I'm just going to use this. It says roll dough into 1-inch balls. So this scoop is a little over 1 inch. So it'll be okay. I'm going to roll these into balls. It says roll it into a ball. Place on the sheet. Press your thumbprint or spoon into the center of each and then fill with raspberry jam. So I'm going to get the balls ready first. And then y'all can help me squish them and put the jam in. So, what are y'all plans for Christmas? I think my husband and I are going to have a quiet Christmas, just the two of us. Christmas Eve won't be so quiet. His daughter, my beautiful stepdaughter, I love her. Oh my gosh, I'm so blessed to have such a wonderful stepdaughter. my stepdaughter, her husband, and their beautiful daughter, Ella, are coming over Christmas Eve for dinner. We're going to have our big Christmas dinner Christmas Eve. And I have invited my daughter and her husband and my granddaughter and her boyfriend over, but I don't know if they're going to come. I'm praying they will. Because we've been married since May 16th, we got married. And our children have not met yet. Actually, that's not true. My youngest son did meet his CO's daughter and son-in-law. He came up here when we were having dinner. We try to have dinner together every Sunday night, you know, a little family dinner. And I invite my kids all the time, but they never come. It is a little bit of a drive. It's about a 45-minute drive from Ormond, and my daughter lives in Daytona, which is a little more even south. My son lives in Palm Coast, which is only about a half-hour drive. My youngest son. My oldest son lives way up in the Panhandle. It's like a 5.5, 6-hour drive, so he's not coming to dinner anytime soon. I would love to come here and meet. I would love to have all my family together at Christmas, but, you know, it just doesn't happen. I am thankful that I have a good relationship with all my children. I am blessed in that way because I hear women asking for prayer all the time for children that they just don't have a relationship with for one reason or another. And I'm very, very thankful, and I know how blessed I am that I do have a good relationship with all 3 of my children and all of my grandchildren. Tell me about your grandchildren. I have 6 now. Dakota is the oldest, and he and his wife, Paige, live in Ohio. Elijah is next, and Elijah and his significant other live not too far from me, although we have not been able to get together. They live up south of Jacksonville. And Noah, my nose is running. I need to fix my nose. Old age problems. Noah and his significant other live in Palm Coast, really close to his mom and dad, my son Ricky and his wife. And Serena and her significant other live in South Daytona. Jacob, he will be 13. 13, oh my gosh. Jacob will be 13 right after Christmas, the 28th of December. And then I have a new granddaughter, my husband's granddaughter. Her name is Ella, and she is 6. She turned 6 this summer when we were in the Keys. We had a family get together in the Keys with my stepdaughter, her husband, and daughter, and my husband's long time friend and his significant other, and had a really, really good time. So Ella turned 6 down there. I crocheted her a mermaid for her birthday. And for Christmas, I crocheted her a stocking. I think I posted a picture of that yesterday. This is making a lot more cookies than I thought it was going to. So I'm going to put this on hold while I finish rolling up these cookies, and I'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. So I'm taking these little balls, and I got this little 1 teaspoon, and okay. Sorry, I dropped the camera. So I'm taking my little measuring spoon, and I'm just pressing it down in the middle to make a little well in the cookies. I am not going to be baking all these cookies at once because my cookie sheet is not big enough. I do have other baking sheets, but I'd like to do them all on the same cookie sheet so that I know the timing, because different cookie sheets, I don't know if you know this, bake it different. They bake things differently. So they're not all, you know, one cookie might take 10 minutes on one cookie sheet and it might need 12 minutes on another cookie sheet. So just to make it easier on myself, we're just gonna bake these all on the same cookie sheet. So when these are done, and after they've cooled for a minute, I'll transfer them to a wire cooling rack, and then I will finish the rest of the cookies on this cookie sheet. I might have to change the parchment paper if it gets brown, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So, yeah, I can fit a few more on here. I hope y'all try to make these cookies. It was super, super easy. The only issue I think I had with them is the almond flour is kind of expensive. I think that bag was the cheapest bag Publix had, and it was $9. So that's not that cheap. One more cookie on here. Okay. So now I'm going to take some raspberry jam. I have the seedless. It doesn't have to be seedless. It can have seeds, but I just got regular raspberry jam. And I'm going to put a dollop in each cookie well here. And then I am going to bake it at 350 for 12 to 14 minutes. And then dust them with powdered sugar. I will bring you back when they're all done to show you the finished product. Okay, so let me finish these off and I'll show you them when I take them out of the oven. Well, I'm back and I think they're ready to come out of the oven. It's been longer than I had planned because they just weren't browning up on top. But oh my goodness, don't they look pretty? I am going to, sorry about that. I'm going to dust them with some powdered sugar because these are, after all, snowball cookies. So my little duster ball, I don't know where it's at. I looked for it. I think it's in the box with my bread baking supplies because I do use it to dust rice powder, rice flour. Ooh, these are bubbling. Rice flour on my sourdough. Oh, these are looking so pretty. So my plan is to let them sit here for about 15 minutes and then I will transfer them to the cooling rack. And when they're cool, I will come back and I will eat one. So this recipe made, now remember I doubled it. So this recipe made a little over 3 dozen cookies. If I had made them smaller, which well could have made them smaller, they probably would have easily made 4 dozen cookies. So if you need to send your husband to work with some cookies, these are a really good idea. So, okay, we're gonna let them cool. Then I'm gonna put them on the rack, the wire rack. I got it back there, and let them cool down completely. And then I will video my taste test. Okay? Love ya. Bye. Hey there. So everything has cooled. I did have a little bit of a cookie catastrophe. I dropped these two and I just kind of squished them together as one. But let's do a taste test. It's part of a broken one.
Gratitude who built this entire company. Donna, he has a lot of respect for his father. Believe me.
These are definitely worth making.
If you say so. You'll see.
I think I would make them a little bit smaller.
What's best for him. She should listen to him.
I used my smallest little scoop.
I really hope he does.
Come on, Rich.
It's in the dishwasher.
I'm ready for this, aren't you?
My biggest
Okay.
piece of advice when baking or cooking, I'm a really good cook,
Don't want that.
is to clean while you go. While this first batch was in the oven, I washed everything. The bowls, the measuring cups, the measuring spoons, everything got washed.
I'm a little
So cookies are done, and I don't have a huge mess to clean up. I will, before I box these up, I will wipe off the powdered sugar off the counter. And I just have to clean the rack and the pan that's in the oven with the last batch. And all cleaned up and wonderful cookies to give as gifts. What a way to show your love. So, grandmas out there, and mommies, and sisters, and brothers, and daddies, and granddaddies, whoever loves to bake, try this recipe. Love y'all. Bye.